the home of holistic healing, girl talk, and self-love.
Welcome back to Alicia Speaks. Before beginning this episode, I want to disclose that while this conversation may be therapeutic, it doesn't replace professional therapy. If you need to talk, call or text 988 or call your local or national hotline. Seek therapy, and please know that you're not alone. Tonight we're sitting here with Miss Jen, owner of Boobtionary. It's funny, y'all. I'll never forget the first time because we've known each other for a minute now.
Yes, we have.
When she came on, I was like, how you pronounce it? Because I was like, I see the boobs. I get it. How you pronounce it? How you feeling, boo?
Listen, I feel good. And you are not the first person to ask. Listen, people be like, is it boobtionary? Is it bitionary? And I was like, it's boobtionary. Y'all got it.
Bitionary is crazy.
Listen, I get all types. All types.
They should. I knew the boobs. I mean, you know the boobs.
Oh my goodness.
So tonight, y'all, we're bringing back another episode of After Dark series where we're going to talk about the psychological aspects of sex, that real sex ed. And then we're also going to be getting a little spicy because, you know, she know about little toys and she know that
little
shit.
razzle
Dazzle to that kitty cat. Yes. Before we get spicy, y'all, being that we're in a world full of performance expectations, how do you think we distinguish what actually turns us on versus what we've been conditioned to turn us on?
Ooh, child. Okay.
Talk about it.
First, you're going to have to, like, unlearn and relearn a lot of things because I'm not gonna lie, even I grew up watching flicks. Like, that's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the generation before us, it's taboo to talk about it. So it's like, where are you gonna learn it? Especially amongst your friends. You know, it's trial and error there. So, you know, y'all on the same level as me. So it's gonna take a lot of unlearning and relearning because, you know, you're conditioned to what you see, what you hear, what's going on around you. It's just like, you know, watching a movie. You know, we think that that's reality until we realize it's not.
Right.
So it's the same when it comes to like sexual pleasures and finding out what you really like. It's like, oh, wait a minute. You know, that don't really sound good out loud. You know, maybe that's meant to just be a fantasy, or maybe I'm trying to do this one move and it's really not working for me. Like physically, maybe my hip got replaced, or, you know, maybe I got a faulty ankle or something like that. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's really gonna have to be a trial and error and like unlearning that's entertainment. They're made to do that for us. You know, we don't see the hot takes where they behind the scenes getting water or putting lube on, or, you know what I'm saying? We don't see that.
Right.
So it's just like bringing that back into reality, and now you're learning what actually feels good to your body, or what actually can I do, you know, and what makes sense for me in my sex life.
Right.
So,
and it's so funny that you said that because those flicks really made me think, y'all, that sex was just like slipping it in. You know what I'm saying?
Done.
Or the shower scenes. Overrated.
I am not swinging from nobody's shower curtain. Let's start there.
No, we fucking in the hospital.
Listen.
It's so hot. Yeah. Like, I'm ready to pass the fuck out.
And most showers ain't big enough for two people. Like the average shower that, like, you know,
right,
like the average person can afford.
Exactly.
It's not big enough for two people. You in that mug, oops, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Right.
Like, no.
For real, like, you irritate me. Get the hell out. like, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
That you said that. How does our childhood attachment style, like being anxious or avoidant, manifest in our adulthood when it comes to being vulnerable and communication with sex?
That's a good one, because I see this a lot, even in myself. I'm not going to lie. So, like, I was the older sibling in my household. Like, I have an older brother, but he grew up in a different household of 4.
Damn.
Yes, it's 5 of us total, but I was a 4. So, like, I'm not going to say, like, I'm very dominant, but, like, I'm not the easily submissive, like, oh, yes, I'm going to do this. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's like we got to come to a common ground here. So I definitely think how you grew up and your attachment style is definitely going to be where you lean towards and your sexual preference as you get older. Unless, like I said, you know, you start learning yourself and you realize, oh, well, wait a minute. This ain't really what I thought it was going to be. Yeah. And then you are willing to explore. You got to be open-minded. Gotta be open-minded. But if you're not, willing to explore and you're really set in that mind frame of, oh, well, this is how I grew up and this is what I'm okay with, you're gonna be right there. It's gonna almost be like parallel lines. It's like, oh, okay, you were the shy child. Oh, I kind of see why you kind of shy to like speak up or open up to explore new things like that.
Would you say that you were shy? Because that's a fun fact for me. That was a lot of responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Initially, I was the shy. Well, put it this way: prior to the extra kids,
Right.
I was the shy child. Yeah. I was, and so initially, like, if you're talking about like the introduction of sex and how like things were introduced to me, yeah, I was very shy. I had to learn and I had to be open minded and willing to explore and grow in that facet of life to understand that, oh, I do want more for myself. I do want to speak up because it gives me what I want. Versus just like settling and being like, oh, okay, all right, I'm gonna just let you do you, and it's like, no, wait a minute, baby,
Exactly.
that's not working.
That's why I say clock that, because it's like turning your own self out, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. Because that's essentially what you're doing. But you do have to be open-minded to doing it. Because a lot of people are very close-minded. And they stay in that shell, that bubble. And it's just like, well, I get off. So why change it? And it's like, do you not know it's a whole world of things you have not explored yet.
Right.
And you don't even know. You could be already doing it.
Right.
You just don't think so. So
just like the statement, you learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
Same with sex.
Absolutely.
How did you navigate? Like, now my mind is just going because I'm the youngest. So I'm the youngest.
Oh,
yes.
You're the baby of the group.
Of the group.
I love that.
So a lot of things I could tell, like, my siblings would be awkward, just like our parents, because it's passed down. Being that you were shy, like, how did you navigate when your siblings maybe came and asked you about sex? I don't know how I would do that.
I was that go-to for my siblings. I was like that second mother figure for them because my mom worked so much. So, like, I was all they knew. Like, to the point where my brother, when he was a child, he used to call me mommy. Aww. And I had to tell him, I was like, I'm not your mama, honey. I'm the high school student.
Look at her, honey. She been old since she was young.
Yes, like, I'm not your mama. Yeah. So, I had to tell him, for him to learn that, hey, this is your mom. I know you're around me a lot, but I'm just your sister. And a lot of the times that they find it easy to come and talk to me about things like that because it's like, oh, I know she'll relate. Or I know she'll give me the open, honest end of it. Because honestly, my family was like that with me. Like, growing up, my grandmother never sugarcoated things. Like, if I went to my grandmother and asked her something, I'm not going to say she's going to be, like, raw and, here it go, but she's not going to sugarcoat it for me either. She's going to tell me the real, and she's going to keep it honest with me because she doesn't want me to go out here around friend groups and then get, like, this false ideation of what it really is, and now that's what I'm living with. So
shout out to Granny.
Listen, she came through.
Shout out to Granny.
That's the same momentum I keep with my siblings and now with clients. So
I love that. Like that fucking stalk story. Yeah. Come on now. I used to look you telling me a bird came and dropped me off, like you better off. I don't even know what you was better off telling me, but
yeah, I ain't like that either. Like the stork came and just dropped you on the porch and oh, here's a baby. And they used to put it in our cartoons. Like if you look at a lot of cartoons, again,
exactly.
It's what you're learning. It's what you're taking in. It's what they tell you.
Brainwashing. Shout out to Granny. So what's some things before we move on? What's some things that I'm intrigued on? What's some things that she would tell you, and like how young would she tell you that?
My grandmother used to babysit me a lot when I was in elementary school, so I was young. And I would ask her, like the stork story. Yeah. She was like, girl, ain't no stork do that. She was like, your mama and your daddy, A and B.
Right.
And she went through it with me. She told me, it wasn't like she was like, oh, go have sex tomorrow now that you understand it. It was like, no, I'm going to tell you really where a baby comes from. Right. And she was like, you don't have to believe no stork story or like no bumblebee, this and that. No. Right. She was like, you came from your mother. And your mom and your daddy put together and made you. The A and B. Right. And she went through it with me. She told me, it wasn't like she was like, oh, go have sex tomorrow now that you understand it. It was like, no, I'm going to tell you really where a baby comes from. And she was like, you don't have to to believe no stork story or like no bumblebee, this and that. No. Right. She was like, you came from your mother and your mom and your daddy put together and made you, right. You know. And she was like, that's how it goes.
She taking me down fucking different lane because I forgot about the birds and the bees.
Listen.
OMG.
My grandma was real.
I feel like if a lot more families and communities would be like that, first of all, I don't think we would be how can I say it?
Closed-minded
And ready to just go try it. I think we're intrigued with figuring it out and learning from those flicks.
Absolutely.
Do it feel like that? Like she said, we're not seeing the lube or the spit or the fact that they may not even like each other and it's all for front. Like, I want to see the real shit.
Yes. You know how many women, okay, it was this documentary I watched one time from like a woman's perspective in the porn industry. But this was back before like OnlyFans and all of that came about. So it was like when they actually had to like put you under contract and things like that. A lot of those women didn't like the men and they didn't know them. They were like, they would walk in or you would get like a headshot of the guy in the scene that y'all were going to create. And that was that. And I was just like, oh, wow. So there's no, like, getting to know you, none of that. It's like, no, you're on a contract, baby. You're just fulfilling a contract.
Right, we can't go to lunch, breakfast a few times.
You just show up and they tell you what you're showing up for prior to. Like, if it's going to be anal involved, if it's going to be a gangbang, if it's just going to be like girl on girl, you would know that. But you wouldn't know who it was with necessarily. And I was just like,
No wonder some of it is so fake and it don't turn you on. Especially from the females. The shit that we endure to make a man feel good.
That part
is insane.
It is.
Speak up, ladies. Like, I don't care how you feel.
Word.
Because how you
that
feel?
Part. Like, yes, how does it feel to you? Are you enjoying it? Right. Are you having a good time? Right. You know, those type of questions need to be asked. And I think for a long time, it was absent-mindedness. Like,
I know it was for me.
Yeah.
What age would you say that you got comfortable with really like, nigga, I don't like that, stop, and all of that? Seeking what you need.
I was in my 20s. I would have to say like mid-20s, sadly enough. Because I didn't have, like, outside of, like I told you, I was elementary school getting it from grandma. But, like, we moved, so I didn't have that luxury growing up in, like, middle and high school when it really, like, was a thing, you know, with boys coming up, can I finger you? I don't know what that is. Like, back away. I don't want you touching me. Starting. You know, and I had grown men coming up to me because I didn't look like I was a high schooler. And they thought I was a college freshman, sophomore or something. And I'm like, no, I'm 9th, 10th grade. But my body looked like I was a grown woman. So, you know, it was a lot of, like I said, initially, I was very shy. Right. I was like, I got all this male attention. I don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Sexualizing the poor baby because she grown into herself.
Early.
How big were your knockers? Is that the mission? If that went over your head, that's the whole mission behind her brand.
Yes.
Embracing your big boobs.
I want to say I was at least a triple D in high school. Because I was like... Yeah, I was between double D and triple high school, college era, and then like they just kept growing. Even with the kids, you know, I thought it was gonna go back down if I should have decided not to breastfeed.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
And you're not big too. It's just crazy.
It's just my chest.
Does it run in your family? Or
on my dad's side.
Okay.
But like my mom's side, that was part of the struggle. Like my sisters, none of them were past like a B cup in high school. So it was just like, what do we do with you?
Right.
And that's like a lot of the times we was getting them ugly bras that you could just to make sure they fit.
Yeah.
I was just like, I ain't having this. Like it used to wear my confidence, a lot of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I can imagine because now, like, I'm in the big girl crew and I never thought until I had kids. So now I'm tetrified. I might see that triple D one time that she was saying, what are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a J.
What the fuck? First of all, they look good. Now I really got to look.
Yes. But I'm a J cup now. But I'm only like a 34 round. So I'm very small.
So tell me and the girlies, where do you get your bras from? Because, baby, they doing what needs to be done.
I ordered them. So I don't Okay, I'm not able to go into a store because again, my band size is so small. There used to be a store here, and she had them, but she closed during the pandemic, and I was so hurt, like really butthurt. But a lot of European stores, as crazy as it sounds, their women are built like this. So a lot of their brands carry those sizes, like the double H's and the double Z's and all that kind of stuff. Like when you really get like into the bigger bust sizes, but you're smaller here, like as far as your waistline. Yeah, European sizes.
Damn, I didn't think of that because that makes sense. The corsets and how they had them, they did have some big knockers.
They do, and so they make those specialized bras. Yeah.
Okay, European, y'all. There's a concept called responsive desire where people don't just randomly get horny. They need the context to spark it, like we've been talking about. What's some things that couples can psychologically shift in their environment to trigger that? Have you had this experience with some of your clients?
Yes, for sure, especially with couples. That's like one of the main things. Like you have to curate an environment for intimacy. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond just like the good morning, I'm thinking of you today. It's like, okay, I'm thinking of you too, but now what? You know what I'm saying? Or it's beyond like, hey, I'm horny, let's go do it. And it's just like, what mind frame are you in right now to even get there? Because I'm not there. Yeah, exactly. So it's like purposely doing things that are going to be intimate throughout the day, and it doesn't necessarily have to be sexual in nature. It could be sitting on the couch cuddling, you know what I mean, just taking up space with each other, but you're cuddled. You know what I'm saying? It could be literally sinking breaths and meditating, you know what I mean? Like that's not sexual in nature, you know, but it's calming for the both of us, and now we're seeing. It could be fixing your favorite meal for you because you've had a long day. Like it's very little things throughout the day that can help you curate that stronger intimate connection. And it's almost like I don't want to say you have to schedule sex because some people do, but like you do. You know, you have to be just as intentional about it as you are with going to work, as you are with putting gas in your car when you don't eat. You know, as you are with fixing that meal when you're hungry, you have to be just as intentional with curating that time with your partner as you are with anything else in your life. And a lot of people don't do that. And so that's where, you know, a lot of the times, like I said, my couples, it's like curating that intentional time to bond and to just deepen that connection because I did choose you as my person. So let me be there for you. Right.
It's not about every second being there. Like she said, 'cause I feel like a lot of people want the years without the work.
Yes. Everything is fast nowadays. Everything. Everybody wants everything right now. If I say I'm hungry, with my food?
Wait a minute.
You took 5 minutes. I did not want you to take 5 minutes. I'm hungry now. It's like I had to hit it. You right. Stuff like that. So yes, it's really like setting aside that time to say, hey, I'm actually going to put in the work to having a partner because I asked for a partner. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I'm not going to get it. Might not get it year one, might not get it year two, but you're working towards it so that when it comes in, it's like, oh, I know it's here to stay because I put in the work and built that foundation for it. So now it's like, hey, all right, I am comfortable with you. I can shoot you a look across the room and you know it's time to go. You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
Like, you got to build up to that point. It doesn't just happen for everybody. Some people, they do.
Yeah.
Some people have that instant connection where it's just like, boom. And it's just like, oh, man, we feel it for y'all. Go ahead.
Right.
But not everybody has that.
Right. And I do feel like, how do you feel on this? Connection and running into new things together. Would you say that differs?
I think that it goes hand in hand.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna say if you have an established connection, it don't have to be deep. If you have an established connection, you're gonna want to do more of the run-ins together. You know what I mean? And exploring new avenues because it's like, okay, well, I don't trust anybody else on this earth. Not even my mama, my brother, sister, none of that. As much as I trust you. So it's like if I know that I'm going into something that I can't logically see because I've not done it before, let's do it together.
Right.
You know, so that connection though has to already be there. So it's just like,
touché.
Again, it's going hand in hand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I have this connection with you. I want to take that step with you into the unknown, but I know if I'm doing it with you, I'm okay, and you know that you're okay because you're with me. Right. So yeah, I think it go hand in hand.
Right.
I really do.
I love that. Both parties have to be safe. All that women being put on the pedestal needs to stop.
Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. It's like we're two individuals together.
This generation now like has me on team males, and I got a vagina the last time I checked. Cause y'all be plucking my nerves.
Some of these women out here, you ever heard horror stories from men? Like, as far as the relationships and some of the things that the women have done to them, you do feel sorry for them.
No, seriously.
You do.
Because they are not allowed to express or cry. Now they're a punk or this, that, and
Yeah.
they're a human being. If you don't cry, that's what scares me.
Yes.
When you don't show emotion.
Yeah. Gosh, that is the biggest turn off.
Yeah, right, because what's wrong with you, iRobot? What you got going on? I'm ready to throw some water on you and rewire you.
Something. Yeah.
Ladies, yeah, please stop. And the bitter baby mamas. If that man is trying to do what he needs to, let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Yes, absolutely. Now he ain't doing his job. That's different. But like if he's trying to do something and he's trying to show up in some type of way, allow that man to do that.
Right. Because I like you said, I've just heard the stories. I'm like, females really be doing that? Mm-hmm. They really be requiring it? Or an anniversary day for everything? Like the day that he said I love you, I remember it.
Yes.
But
yes.
I cannot tell you the goddamn month, day, or time. Well, I mean time of day, yeah, baby, but
that's about it.
Bitch, I don't know no anniversary for that.
I don't either. Yeah. I think that's a little crazy, honestly. I do.
Bitch, you might need a straight jacket. Yeah. You require that.
Go see a therapist. That's what you need.
Right. Because do you remember the first day if you didn't say it back to him on that day? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really giving what you're asking for?
That's the part. I think that's the main missing puzzle piece today is that a lot of people, mostly women, but it's not just women, it's mostly women.
I agree.
They don't give what they wish to receive to understand that you have to give it first. Mm-hmm. You know, and I know we're reciprocators naturally. Right. But at the same rate, you do have to give. The same way we say you gotta give respect to get it. Right. Works the same way with like relationships. You know, if you want to see something or you want to see change, give it first or be the change and then like allow that person to follow you. You got to lead and follow, you know, it's the even exchange.
Love that. Fuck the gender roles. It goes hand in hand. Different perspectives. Yes. But it goes hand in hand. I love that. Let's get into trauma a little bit. Mm-hmm. We should know by now trauma is famous for storing in the body, y'all. It is. Especially when you don't go back and address those issues. Honey. If someone goes to have sex and has a flashback, what's something they could do in the moment to help ground themselves?
I would pause. You know what I mean? Like pause and have that moment. I'm really big on breath work now. Like listen, y'all. It has unlocked new doors. I'm so serious. But I would first you're gonna have to be honest with your partner because like if you can easily be triggered. You never know when a trigger may show up. Right. Especially if it's a new trigger. You know what I'm saying? So be honest with yourself and then be honest with your partner and ask for a moment. And then in that moment just say, hey, just breathe with me real quick. You know, something triggered me and you know, if you have the capability to explain it, explain it. You know, and just ask for a moment to yourself to like just do some breath work. Right. Do it with your partner if that's, you know, something that they're open with. Right. And work on it for that moment because it's going to be a shock. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's going to be like, ooh, wait a minute. Either that hurt or like now I'm crying and I can't explain why or, you know, something's going on that is new to you. Right. So it's just like, wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Let's go through this again because I was triggered. And let's try it either this way and adjust something you're doing. Right. Or breathe. Like, just breathe. Be like, hey, I just need a moment. Breathe with me. Take that 1, 2, 3, 4 in. Right. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4 out.
Do you practice a lot of breath work with your clients?
Mm-hmm. Every session. That's what I open with. Because you coming to me with a lot on your shoulders. You might be coming from work. You might be coming from the house with the kids. Yeah. You might have just dropped the dog off at the vet. Yeah. You know, anything. You coming to me with a lot on your shoulders. I don't need that. Yeah. I'm just saying that's right. Sexual pleasure. You know, we focusing on you in this moment. So, like, breathe. Calm down. And I often will take photos. So when they first walk in the door, I take a photo of your face. And then after we finish our breath work, I'll take another photo and I'll let you see the difference.
Ooh, I'm gonna adopt that in my own personal practice. I love that because you feel it, but seeing it and feeling it really helps you.
It does
to navigate through.
It does.
I love that.
And people every time they're like, "Wow!" You could just see like the tension. You don't realize it's there in your face. It just goes right on down, and now you're calm, and now you're like, "Okay, we can talk about this."
Right. AKA resting bitch face.
Oh yeah.
That's where it comes from, in my opinion.
It's a lot of tension.
Right.
A lot of muscle work going on in that resting bitch face.
Exactly. It takes more muscles to frown than smile.
Yes, it does.
Which is insane.
Yes, it does.
But it says a lot. Let's backtrack a little bit because you're like, I don't need that. How do you ground yourself for real? Because energy is everything. It's transferable.
Oh, yeah.
How do you ground yourself other than breath work? Like, say that a session just was like, what in the fuck? That was a lot. How do you recenter your energy before continuing on with your day?
Outside of happy hour.
Okay. Yeah.
But I've adapted going to the sauna. Ooh. Or like doing sound baths because they really help like to ground me, and because it is a lot sometimes to put the weight of other people's weight on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making their problems my problem, but in that moment, it's like I do kind of absorb and feel what you're feeling.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, I it's like, oh man, that's heavy for me. Yeah. And I don't want to continue to walk around with that because again, it's not my problem. I'm just helping you with it.
You're a healer.
Yeah, I'm helping you navigate that. So I'll do a sound bath. I'll go to the sauna and just let it fall because you feel so light after that. So yeah.
Share, where do you go here in Richmond? Because I'm still getting hip to finding a lot of places.
Oh, we're going to have to go.
Please let me know.
So,
yes.
Prism Spas, it's Prism Sauna and Spas. They have individual saunas when you book your session. So you're not in like a community gathering. You're in your own room. And they provide you with towels. They provide you with face rags while you're in there. You have snacks. You have water. And you get a whole hour to yourself.
I love that because I'm not gonna lie, that has been my fear. Why I'm not gone. I don't want to be in there with strangers. I don't mind people I know. Oh
yeah.
How long have you been going?
I want to say probably about a year now. Like I found them through ClassPass, little app where you can do different fitness and what things.
No, I don't know, but I'm gonna be asking her after the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put you up on that one because you will love it. But I found them through that app. And I started going, and I was like, oh, well, I thought I was coming to like a communal thing. And when I got in there, she was like, no, this is your room. And they don't bother you for the hour. Like, you literally are shown your room. You can go in there. You have your time. You can walk out and sit on a bench if you need to, like to give yourself breathing room. Sometimes it does get a little hot, like too hot when you need breaks in between because you don't want to get dizzy or lightheaded or anything like that. And it's even the infrared sauna light, like the red light, and you can choose which one you want as far as the energy you're feeling that day. Yeah. I love it. Oh, that explains. Not that you ever had bad energy, but your energy is different. Yeah. It is different. Yeah. It's calmer. I love that. Yeah. And I love that you ain't take that long. You know how some people do. Absolutely.
That shit like that be the best compliment.
How about that? That is a compliment. Yeah, you don't take that the wrong way. Like I think before I was like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It's like, and I didn't understand, like the weight that I was taking on of other people, and I think I was holding on to it a lot more. Whereas now it's like, no, I can put that down. It's not my burden to bear. You know what I mean? Like I'm just navigating this with you, but I need to leave it with you. Hello? And I'll help you next time that you come back in. Yeah, and that's exactly it. I'll see you again,
Would you say, did you not see yourself as a healer? Being that how the society views sex? Would you say that you didn't view yourself as a healer at first? Because that's what you've been.
Would, yeah. Because it wasn't really like the perspective you take when you're coming into this work. You know what I mean?
It wasn't normalized.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I just need to make this normal. Is all you think. It's like let's get people comfortable with even talking about it. Exactly. You know, and that's literally was my train of thought until somebody was like, no, you're a healer. Like this is therapeutic. This is helping people. Like you're meant to do this work in this space and this capacity. And then I was like, oh wait. It's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know, I've helped so many people because they'll come to me and be like, oh, yo, you helped me by posting this or talking about this. I don't even know you, but great.
Exactly. And that's all that matters, being that vessel.
Exactly.
That's what made me ask that, because I was like, I feel like you didn't see that. And it's funny because I just watched my favorite movie, Meet the Fockers.
Oh, yeah.
It's giving Ross.
Yes.
It's giving Ross.
Yes.
Like, she's like, thrust and really get in there. And it's not.
I love her character, man.
Seriously, because she's not sexualizing anything.
Oh, no.
She's there because she's like, you need to connect. You really need to be one. You need to explore, like what Miss Jen was just saying here.
Yeah, it's a wellness thing for her.
So I love that. And I love that you see that for yourself.
Yes. Now, yeah, we can get it going.
Yes, I love that. Which brings me to shame. Because shame is often the heaviest baggage left behind by bad sexual experiences.
Absolutely.
How do you tell your clients to begin differentiating their self-worth and their experience? So their experience is not theirs anymore.
This is a tough one. Yeah. Only because I have worked with a lot of people who've been sexually abused in some type of way. Unfortunately, like that for a long time, that was my like Me Too moment for a lot of women. And I was like, no, we gotta stop meeting like this because it's really sad. However, it's a learning process, and I always let them know that like you don't just wake up one day and like, oh, I'm a new person. Like, yes, it happened to me, but it's not me. You know, you don't wake up to that person. You really have to go through a process of really like forgiving yourself, you know, forgiving the person, which is huge. Like knowing that it did just happen to you. It didn't, you know, it's not something that was for you. It's not something that was destined to happen. You know, it's just really something that just happened to you.
And I'm not laughing at this situation because I've ran into people, like you said, the universe will place you to people that you can relate. She was so traumatized that she normalized that.
And that became her whole life, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you can't. It's and that was me too, like you said.
Yeah. At one point, it was me.
Wanting to feel like the victim. I would have to be, because you want that sympathy finally. It's
you
like
do.
Your innocence is taken, and people see this anger or this lashing out instead of getting to the root of the issue.
Absolutely. And especially if you're still having like sexual contact with other people, like they don't understand if they've never been through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't know what I'm saying? So they don't know like the care and the concern that your body needs, because the body is gonna build that wall up, and it's like, oh, we've been wrongfully touched. I don't want any touch right now. But and still it's like we want pleasure. So it's just like, how do you deal with that? And it really is a lot of like unsexual acts, like such as movement. Like yoga helps in so many ways. Like just dancing. Like I'll tell a lot of my clients, cut on your favorite song at the house, put your phone on D&D for the length of that song, and just dance. You'll be surprised. Like do all of the movements you playing in your head, like if you was in the club with your girls.
Call that power back to that woman.
Like you'll be surprised. Like sunbathing, for like vaginal sunbathing works wonders, like on helping you with that healing and just being expressive in your pleasure, because it's finding that point for you after you've been traumatized sexually. It's like, okay, now I have to find where it's pleasurable for me again, and so that takes a lot of like processing, a lot of learning your body again. Years, y'all. Yes. Give yourself grace. Yes.
Because I feel like that's why a lot of women have the fibroids and the cysts. I realized that once I started steaming, my cycle came back.
And it regulated.
Have had a problem since. Have had a problem with cysts. So, like she said, you really have to listen to your body.
Yeah.
You can't always listen to an outside source, including the doctors, in my opinion.
Yeah, because harsh reality is a lot of our doctors are not trained in like vaginal health and like women's wellness.
Right.
They're trained in the biology of a body. And a lot of that biology has not included the vaginal structure, like, you know, or like the vulva in essence, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of them don't know. So if you ever feel like, oh, that's a little off for me.
Exactly.
It's all for you. Just because it came from a doctor doesn't mean that they're like the holy grail. They're advisors too, you know, just in our medical field. But that doesn't mean that what they say automatically goes.
Exactly. And especially in the Black and other ethnicity, that definitely differs. Our structure, everything is different from the inside out.
Yes, it is.
So just remember that, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this isn't replacing professional therapy. This is from our perspective and personal experiences.
Mm-hmm. That part.
Oh, back to that. What's some other exercises? Have you had that work with exercises with couples? Say one that has experienced sexual trauma. What's some exercises that you've worked with besides movement and dancing? Have you worked with them?
Like together?
Yeah.
How your partner can help you?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, a lot of communication. And a lot of literally like something as simple as massaging your partner down with oil. You know, like just making them familiar with your touch specifically. Because a lot of the times we don't realize after we've been abused, like our body tenses at touch. You know, sometimes even when I be like, "Ooh, that was cold," you know,
Yeah.
and it's like that's my hand. What you doing?
Right, you
like, wait a minute. You know, we done got a little stiff arm, and I'm the one touching you, but you don't realize it. You know, because we don't often stop and think, "Oh, what did my body do in that moment?" You know, not just what I'm thinking. What did my body do? How did my body respond? So yeah, taking that time to just massage your partner down with oil, taking showers together can even help. You know, just sitting in a room with each other naked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like very little things
Stuff
you
that
would
you
think.
think is trivial. Because
That
that's
part.
things that you didn't do when you first had sex. Did y'all? First of all, a lot of people didn't even take all their clothes off.
Oh no,
Because you're embarrassed of some part of your body.
Very much so. Very much so. Your shirt on, or you just poking it out the side, or you just moving this to the side, socks on. Like, no.
Unless it's
Peacefully
a
in the moment.
quickie, I can't do it. Like, that would literally piss me off.
Yeah, it does. It does.
That would literally piss me off now.
It does. Like, yeah, for sure it does. I'm like, can you be fully present?
Exactly.
Like, that skin to skin is still important. That's the reason why we do that as birth and babies, you know?
Exactly. All right, y'all. Let's get into some of these toys now. Let's talk about some ways that we can incorporate the toys with fantasies. But first, what is your favorite, y'all? Because I told her these wands is this big, these bad.
Yeah.
I'd be scared of. So let's get into them.
I do like wands. Like, they have always been a favorite of mine because my very first sex toy was actually something more similar to this, which is like this is more so like a Kegel thing, kind of help you Kegel as a woman and getting like your vaginal structure together. So this is more so of that, but the first toy I had was shaped like this, and it was a G-spot stimulator, and I used to love that thing down, but it was battery operated. And you know, with time I had to let it go. I did.
Yeah.
I had to let it go, but I would say start small. You know what I mean? Something like a small wand or something that just has the vibration, because when you're new to toys, it's a new sensation. It's a new feeling. Sure. Don't know if it's going to trigger you. You don't know if you're going to enjoy it, and you don't know at what level you're going to enjoy it. So, like, I would always start small. I've never... Don't start here.
Yeah, right. Would you say that this is even a good small one though? Because I feel like this is the size that I.
Yeah, that's about the average size of like a regular average wand. Yes. And I would start with something like that, or even smaller, like something like they have the mini wands now. Yeah. Start there. Just testing out what's gonna be comfortable for you. Right. And please stop putting it on the max. Please stop doing that. I've heard so many stories about couples. And he turned it up to the max and thought that it was cute. No, that hurts.
Exactly.
Severely, and it can be damaging to our nerve system. Like, it doesn't take the feeling away, but temporarily it can. It'll come back. You should have to stop using toys for a moment. Sometimes when you try to do that.
Hell no. It ain't that serious. Because, I mean, a lot of these toys, 2 and 3 be good enough for me, boo.
Exactly.
So I don't know what kind of vaginas y'all.
Yes, I don't.
Great.
So many couple clients. They be like, yeah, we were doing bondage and he thought it was cute to turn it up and I'm bonded and I can't touch. No, ma'am. No.
That in itself would trigger me. That in itself would trigger me. So what about a big one? This is more of an expertise. She gave me a fun fact, y'all. She said you ain't even got to take your clothes off with this one.
Yes. So listen. So it's a very powerful toy because again, it's the size of like the average arm. Honestly, like let's it's about that size.
No bullshit.
So this is not something you would put directly on your skin. Like, it's almost like temperatures. When something's too hot, you put a barrier in between. Well, when something's too strong as far as vibration, put a barrier in between.
Right.
Put a towel, or if you want to get it in the car on lunch break, this would be perfect. You ain't got to take nothing off. Right. You get what I'm saying? It's one of those type things. But I personally would not use this like just on bare skin or like against my clit or, against my vaginal opening. Like this will be very strong.
Yes. Do y'all see this? It's like you said, a horse dick.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Like,
yes.
Be for real.
And it has multiple modes even. So, like I'm saying, 1, 2... be good for this.
I believe
you don't need to go to the extreme.
Because it's saying fucking 10 levels. Imagine, I can't even imagine that. Hell no. Hell no.
That one is super for a reason.
I believe it. I see. I don't even got to turn it on to believe it.
No. That one.
I would say I love wands and clit stimulators. Any type of vibrator over dildos. I do not like dildos. Even when I was wrestling with females, okay, I guess it was different getting it from somebody else. How you feel about dildos?
It's statistically proven that a lot of women are mostly into like clitoral stimulation for masturbation or like solo play. Simply because like if you think about it, we have to be aroused, you know what I mean? And we often like stimulate our clit even before we like penetrative sex. True. So it's just like when our brains are functioning in that moment, we can get off of just clitoral stimulation, and by the time I would be ready to even get to the penetration, I'm done. But it's just me. It don't take long. For real. I know what buttons to press. I know where to go. Right. So it's like if you want to like take it a step up and then include penetration, cool. But like to start there, a lot of women don't prefer it. Yeah.
Because even these years later, y'all, it's like, if I'm going to the store, if I'm ordering something, I do not go to a dildo. I found myself the last dildo I got, y'all. I didn't even put it in. I just used the vibrator.
Yes.
I said, I really spent $100 just to be doing this.
Yes. And that was my same. When I say to a T, I had thought, first time I found sex toys on Groupon, I bought a dildo because it was only like $20. And I was like, oh, this is going to be nice. Maybe I will like it. I never used it until I used it with a partner because again, it's easier then because I'm already aroused. We doing things and I'm expecting it in a way, but
exactly
like by myself, I couldn't even get it in.
That's why them sex machines, because I definitely did watch the porn. I was like, damn, and she talk about speed. She turned it up. I don't know. And it's crazy because you can get freaky as hell when you're actually having sex, but
you can.
It's different. And then the machine, I'm scared that it may puncture something, even though it can happen in reality. Yes. But you know what I'm saying? Yes. It's more control with the human.
It is very much more control. And like I said, you gotta stimulate yourself first, still, like from a clitoral standpoint, to even get to the penetrative part when you're doing it by yourself. Right. Like it's really levels to it because, like I said, I've dibbled and dabbled enough to know that like for a quickie, it's just me. I don't need all that.
Right.
I don't need that. I'm very seldom gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go for penetration this time. It's like no. It's like I have to be in the mood. Right. Dedicate like a set 30 minutes and be like, oh, we're going to get into it today. Otherwise, I'm not focused on that.
Exactly. All that shit on TV with them drawn out sex scenes, You buy my shit. Like she said, you don't even need all that.
Just for entertainment.
Exactly.
And they are trained. They're trained to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, behind the scenes, they take things that allow them to get there a lot quicker than the average body would.
Exactly.
So it's a different level that they on, you know?
Even the pills for the gag reflex. Because I never knew about that until I was watching the porn awards for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be intrigued with certain things.
Yeah.
And when she said that, I was just like, oh, damn.
That's not
the whole time we over here ready to kill ourselves. But at this point now, we done trained and we learned we don't even need the pills.
Exactly. Listen.
We don't
Get you going. However, that's the point.
Yeah.
You don't see her popping that pill. That's not sexy on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you see her doing all this extra to him.
Why gagging and spitting and shit the whole time? It's literally the pill, y'all. Like when she popped it, it makes you drool.
Yes. It gives you what you need, so you amped up.
Right. I rewound it, y'all, and watched it twice. I ain't gonna lie. Because I said, I know you fucking lying.
So serious. It will make you go back and look at a porno very differently.
Yeah.
It will.
And sometimes I can't even get there now. Mm-hmm. Once you know the truth behind it.
Once you know the truth, it gotta be a good one. Yeah. It almost has to be, I know a lot of guys like amateur stuff, and I get why. Yeah. You know, and I had somebody break down why they're so vested in OnlyFans, and they said it's more of a reality for them. You know, it's less of the, like, entertainment portion. And I say, you know, that's a very valid point. I've never thought about it that way, you know what I mean? But it took me talking to a male to understand that, like, that's why OnlyFans is so popular, or that's why it takes off, because it's actual real sex. You know, it's just somebody, you know, like every day like us. Right. You know, they in the mood, and, oh, let me record it and put it up. Or let me show you what I'm doing. But it's real sex. And I was like,
I didn't think about it like that either.
It's real sex.
Because even when I had one, and I was dancing. Like, I used to want to be a stripper, y'all. So this was my way of, like, the safe virtual way. And I used to say to people on there, sorry if you see this, I really don't care. I used to be like, y'all are paying just to message me. I used to be like, y'all are fucking stupid. But now that she just hit that perspective, it's real. Yeah. I take the comment back.
Yeah, it's real to them. You know, it's way more real than going online and finding, you know, somebody that you know has been in the industry 10, 15 years. Right. You know that's performative. You know that they're probably under a contract. You know, there's something that they're made to do, whereas most of your OnlyFans creators, they've chose that person. They've at least known them from some facet of life, you know, or either has sat down and had a drink or something to where they've gotten comfortable enough to say, okay, we're going to go ahead and do this together and make our money off this together. And they may still be performing to a certain degree, but it's more real than what you would see if you looked it up online.
That's a serious point that I definitely never thought of. Thank you for that. Y'all ain't dumb no more. I'm gonna still say to each his own, because some people OnlyFans subscription, I'd be like, I wish I thought. Yeah. I'll scroll through a picture of me before I pay that. And first of all, I feel like when you really mature, I don't even need all that sometimes. You know what I need? Close my eyes. Yeah. And look, and visualize. Go back to a time that I didn't did.
Yes.
That's it.
I need just some good sleep.
Right, that's it. Out of all these toys right here, what would you say? Have you used all of them?
I actually, types of toys, yeah. Yeah, I have. I would say the only one that now...
You know y'all don't care, but I'm going to keep this shit into. You know you don't care, but I've been wanting to clap it so bad. You know what I mean? Close your doors, y'all.
The only one now, ironically enough, is the thrusting G-spot vibe. I haven't had. This is the first toy I've had like this, like curved, meant to hit that spot, that thrust once it's there. I have various thrusting toys, but none in that like texture and capacity.
I don't know if I've tried a thruster. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so have you ever made yourself squirt? Yeah. Okay, this would be that type of toy that you could easily get to that point with. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's what these are mostly for. So like, I don't use it too often, but it's the first one I got in a very long time like that.
Squirting be taking a lot out you. It's like that moment of when the male be like, they be like, oh, niggas
Yes.
dead. That's how I be feeling half the time when I'm squirting.
Yes.
I
Like
couldn't
after that
imagine.
intense workout.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm drained.
Your core, everything do be tight. Like, that's why I be seeing porns. This must be what they be using. I be like, how the fuck you even squirting that many times? Like,
and that hard.
Seriously.
Yes. I've only seen, I think, to be honest with you, I've only seen one woman in reality, like just make it go like a waterfall. Other than that, it does not happen like that.
Right. It's
it's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like
it's everywhere.
It is. So, like I be wondering sometimes too, like how did they make it just go in that direction or like look like that? You know what I'm saying? So,
And I'm intrigued now. When you're having sex with that person, was like a sex seminar. Because have you been to a live sex seminar where they're actually?
Yeah. I've been to a few.
I need an invite. I want to be like this, y'all.
You do.
Okay.
You do. And a lot of people be gathered around just like that. You really do. But yeah.
It's my type of people.
I'm gonna have to invite you to a few.
Seriously?
Yeah, because you like that. I vended one that used to be in Atlanta from the creator of Black Touch. Black Touch is a porn-based site, but it's for Black folks, and it's curated by Black folks and Black folks that are either in the industry. They have like cinematography experience and things like that. Because I know the creators, and they're very, very nice. Very, very loving people. And they created this for us because it wasn't just performative. You actually get to see like the scene leading up to it, and you actually get to see foreplay happening, and you actually get to see them caressing and being intimate with each other well before the sex scene starts. You know what I mean? Because in regular porn, it's like, oh, you cut it out. Hey, we at the supermarket. Next thing we fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, how do we get from the supermarket to now you thrashing her, smashing her into the next year? You know?
Be pausing and saying that exact shit, and now I'm over it.
Exactly.
Moment gone.
Exactly. But, Black Touch kind of slows it down. They kind of say, hey, this is a massage session that turned into, like, us going into the room. And now, because we in the room, we did a little foreplay. Now you see the foreplay, and now we fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah.
Would you say that opened a new level for you personally?
Mm-hmm.
And in your professional career?
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love seeing it. And I love that they wanted to put that out there. Like, realistic porn. Like, we know it's still for entertainment.
Right.
But, like, it's open to where some of the couples and some of the scenes, I know.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like, oh. It's like, so this sort of look like in your bedroom at night. You know what I mean? Like, you get to be the fly on the wall sometimes.
And you lying if you never said that certain couples or people you be intrigued to wonder or say that you wish that you was a fly on the wall. You lying.
Listen, but they allow you, like, anybody can go and sign up and say they want to shoot a scene, and they help you through it. It's not just like... Oh, all right, you want to do a scene? Well, we're going to show up at your house with a camera crew. Yeah. Like, no, it's like, we're going to curate this together. We're going to actually sit down and plan this out. We're going to tell you what's going to help us get the best shots and things like that. We're going to do what makes you look good and things like that. So I love that. Like, it really, it's my go-to.
That's something different. Yeah.
It's my go-to.
I need my invite. Let the people know where to follow you and how they can book with you.
So I'm Boobtionary on Instagram. And I think I'm Beautiful Sexpert to you on TikTok. Because TikTok a little different. They keep banning me.
And then once that name gone, is it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like, they will not give it back. So
I'm going to put the spelling on the bottom for y'all.
You're going to have to. Yeah, I think I'm Boobtionary on YouTube, too. I want to say. And then I'll have to send you my Patreon. I'll have to send y'all the link. Because I don't know how to find. I ain't figured that out yet. It's still kind of new.
Finding the QR code or something?
Yeah, like the ad names and what you put in on Patreon. That's still kind of new to me because I'm navigating that switch because of the policies on Instagram and things now. So
I've been seeing a lot of women, and I just been researching it. So let me know when you find that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would like it too.
Yeah. I hope that y'all enjoyed this episode because I know that I did. Follow my girl. Stay tuned for what she has coming up. Let the people bounce back before we go. Let them know what you have coming up.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this particular toy, almost forgot, it's going to be part of a giveaway. So this Saturday, well, upcoming Saturday, the 11th, we are doing a hot girl cookout at the La RVA. I'll send you the details.
Yeah.
And this is going to be in the giveaway. So if you want a chance to win this, show up, pull up. It's a cookout or ladies event. There's going to be performances. I'm going to be giving out information. I'm going to have like my calendar of upcoming workshops and things going on. So yeah, pull up. You know, this could be yours. You could be going home with this.
Yes, ladies. I love that. Black excellence, breaking boundaries.
Yes.
Follow my girl. This is Alicia Speaks signing out. Until next time. Peace. Bye.